who join us. So stay right to the end to find out how you can walk away with the personal branding book from Andrew, and also a chance to win the latest iPad mini. So without much ado, I'll pass the time to Andrew, who will bring us through the topic on connecting with the right people on LinkedIn. Andrew, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, okay, Barrett. Okay, so I'm going to switch now and spotlight myself. So, can everyone hear me okay? Can see me all right? If you can, please type in a simple yes. And if you have never heard me before in the first two webinar, I really want you to type in no, you're not heard me before. But you want to know what did I talk about in the first two webinar? Can you just say yes? All right, no yes, just type it. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go through a very short intro, and then I will teach everyone today how to access the classroom so that you can access the previous two webinars, slides, infographics, video, and a lot more reading material. So please try your very best to sign up now as I talk, because every class has only 250 people, and every time when I do a webinar, it's about 3, 4, 500 people signing up. Right now, there are already 191 people logging on. I think today we're going to peak at about 280. So it's going to be a power pack 1 hour. And I hope that you are using your desktop rather than your notebook. Your notebook, not your mobile phone, because you may want to look at your LinkedIn at the same time. So if you allow me, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get cracking. Just give me a minute.
So Andrew, while you're switching screen, maybe just a note out to all attendees. If you see at the bottom of your Zoom screen, you will see a Q&A and chat button. So for any questions that you want to pose to Andrew, please do that via the Q&A so that we can monitor it. Chat is really more like responding to Andrew on a yes and no question. Thank you.
Yes, so I really appreciate you chatting with me. I will try my very best to answer every question. So right after the webinar at about 12, I will carry on answering some questions. So if some of you want to sign off early, you can do so. Some of you who want to stay on, you may also do so. And we're going to have a fun time. So now we are just crossing 200, and I'm so excited. So let's go. So these are my expertise. This very deck itself is already now on Google Classroom, which I will tell you how to access in a minute. But today you just take notes, because the most important thing you need to do today is really to look at your own LinkedIn profile and not my slides, because you can always look at my slides. But when you see something in your profile to change or to add in something that you're already very good at, but somehow you have forgotten, this will be the time, because after this hour, I can guarantee you, you may not have the motivation to go and tweak your account so much. All right, so I have 3 books. So a lot of you are going to walk away with the PDF version of my latest book in 2017, Personal Branding 247. By the way, this book is listed 6 best of the top 100 personal branding book in the world today. So it's actually rated on Amazon. You want to check it out. Just very quickly, for those who don't know me, I had 6 different careers over 33 years. I've done many things. I've done retail, government, MICE. I was even once a matchmaker, and now I'm doing a lot of speaking and training. So you can catch me on Ideas Andrew in many, many platforms. I really like to connect with all of you. Today, especially today, I'd like you to connect with me on LinkedIn. So please find me on LinkedIn. It's very easy. Just key in Andrew Chow, CSP, you'll be able to find me. So these are the places I've been to speaking. Okay, so first thing first, Google Classroom. I'd like all of you to open a new tab and access Google. No, this is for people who are not in the classroom already. So if you're already in the classroom, you can skip this part. Now, go to your browser, go to classroom.google.com. And once you enter, if you have a Google account, it's very easy. It's by default, it's in. So go to the top right-hand corner and select Join a Class and key in this code. I'm going to type it out here, LML TS4S. So I'm going to type it all out. LML TS4S. This is the code to the class. Now, one class can only accommodate 250. Now I have 250 already. So everyone can be in. Those of you already in, it's good. You don't have to do this step. But you need a Gmail account. No Yahoo, no Ymail, no other account. So if you don't have a Gmail account, I'm sorry, you got to sign up a Gmail account so that you can get access to all the precious material. Right. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do so. Because right now I have 80 people and it is mounting by the tens every second. So a lot of people are logging on. So once you find that you can't go in anymore, don't panic. I'll open up another class. But today it's really about LinkedIn and how everyone can get access to the material. I can guarantee you that at the end of this 1 hour, you will find that LinkedIn is very useful, especially in a B2B environment. When you're dealing with GI, when you're dealing with a lot of different stakeholders, a lot of different decision makers, you need to know who is who in the marketplace. You need to know who are talking about insurance. You need to know who has just been promoted and you can have a chat with this person. Everything you want to do, you can do it with LinkedIn, and more so in this pandemic, in this COVID, in this crisis, everybody spend a lot more time on LinkedIn. I personally have people who actually, I requested them to write me a testimonial 4 years ago. But you know what? Only recently they saw it because they had time to log on because everybody's at home. All right, so I'm going to move on and I'm going to go to the lesson proper. All right. So people, open up another tab. I want you now to go and access your own LinkedIn account. Now you must have a LinkedIn account to be able to see your score. I want you to see your score for the very, very first time. Okay, I want you to see your score for the very, very first time. Go to linkedin.com/sales/SSI. Open another tab. All right, forget about Google Classroom now. We are moving on. Go and look at linkedin.com/sales-SSI. You must log on to your own account and look at your score. You will see something similar. I want you, don't be shy. All right, any score is okay. Can you type out what is the score that you have right now? All right, the one that is inside the circle with 4 colors. Okay, don't be shy. Okay, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds, all right, to tell me your score. Don't worry, it's all about 100. So just tell me the score will do. All right, don't worry. If you do what I tell you to do today, I guarantee you within 2 weeks, your score will increase by 10 to 15 marks. All right. Okay, don't worry. LMS, there will always be people who say the keyword is LML, not 1. Okay, LML TS4S. All right, if it's invalid, you probably don't have a Gmail account, but don't worry. Don't worry about anything. Okay, even if you tell me cannot work, I cannot do anything, now I have to go and do my lesson. All right, so guys, this is what I call the social selling index. Now, LinkedIn is showing you how active you are and they are giving you a score. Now, why is this score important? Is it just for vanity? No, it's not for vanity. It is LinkedIn way of making you engaged and motivated to come back over and over again to use the system. Now, have you ever wondered something? When you search for someone or somebody or a group of people, how does LinkedIn decide who comes first and who goes last? Guess what? The answer lies in the SSI score. Everyone has one. So if you have one, I have one. What is it all about that give us a score? So I'm going to break it down, and this is the part you need to listen. All right. Now, can you see orange? Everybody go to orange. Now, orange is about establishing your brand. It is really about LinkedIn asking you to key in every detail you can possibly key in. And that is really the gist of it. It's easy to score high over 25 because everyone for criteria is above 25. You can score very high on that just by simply keying everything. Now, so orange is very easy to achieve. All right. Everything else, progressive, more difficult. Now, look at the purple one. Find the right people. This is the part that LinkedIn will survey all your connections. On LinkedIn, we don't call friends, we call connections. All right. First degree means they are directly linked to you. Second degree, they know somebody who knows you. Third degree, they know somebody who knows somebody who knows you. That's it. All right. So if your connections, your tribe, your network, your followers are all not active on LinkedIn, or they are no value to your career, they are not your client, they are just your peers, guess what? Your score will be low. Okay? So from today onwards, your job is to add new people into your circle because your network is your network actually. So I'm going to tell you what to do throughout the 1 hour, but let me tell you how this breakdown the score looks like. Now, the next thing is this. The next thing is this. Okay, Google code at the end of class, not now, okay? Not now. I'm talking. All right. So please. Now, the red bar is about engagement. It's about posting updates on LinkedIn about what you know. So you are an expert in what industry? In financial advisory, in GI. So you got to position yourself as an expert. Today is really about personal branding. Personal branding is very, very important. If you don't stand out, all right, you will be invisible. And everyone has a personal branding, whether you like it or not. Seriously. If you don't manage your personal branding, other people will manage your personal branding through perception. So when they look at your profile, you have no pictures. All right, you use short form for your name, and nobody know what you're doing in your company. It's gonna look very bad on you. It's almost like you give people a name card without anything on it. So LinkedIn is really your professional social media name card that you have. Normally, when people Google your name, they search for you. That is usually the first thing that comes out on Google. Now, so the last thing is very important. Building relationship. It's about whether do you message people that you know? Do you participate in comments? Do you go to the post and join in an engagement? Do you celebrate their promotion? When someone wish you happy birthday, do you say even thank you? All these counts a lot. So guys, I want you to understand this, that this score can be improved leaps and bounds. This is where you are now. All right, you look at your four colors. The lowest one is your weakest link. You need to work on that. Before I go on, today I want to talk about two more numbers. Can you see the top? Can you see this top industry SSI rank and network SSI rank? Okay, this is what it is. The industry SSI rank, it's actually LinkedIn will rank you with across the board in Singapore, all the same industry. So this score should be low, should be small, not high. The other one, the big one, the circle one should be big, but the top one should be small. If the top one is huge, is 60%, 70%, 50%, you're in trouble because that means to say half the industry on LinkedIn are above you. That is 50% means. So if you're top 1%, it means that you are the top 1% in the industry that is very active. So I want to challenge all of you today, make a commitment, and Chubb is going to incentivize you to be a thought leader, to be someone active on LinkedIn. It's very important to be prospecting on LinkedIn. So how to do it? Now, the rest of these 15 points is important. So please take note. I'm going to now settle the personal branding part. So number one, I want to talk about your profile picture. Now, I used to run a dating agency, but you know what? Last time when people send me pictures, when they finally come to my office and meet me, I cannot recognize them. Do you know why? Because their picture is so outdated. They are so overweight. The picture is not them anymore. So please have a decent and recent picture. Don't scare people when they finally meet you. Hey, how come you look so different from LinkedIn? All right. So I want to give you these are the criteria. You must look approachable. You don't need to be in a tie and suit all the time. Your face should cover 60% of your picture. It should have the right expression. It should smile. Okay, look at the camera straight. All right, and not this way. All right, that is very bad. We see only one eye. It's not professional. No selfie. no filter, no cropping from group picture, no distracting background, and don't put your spot picture, even though you love it very much. Be professional. Ask yourself, if you are a buyer, will you do business with someone like this? All right. So I hope you can invest in a good makeover. All right. It's not a lot of money, and I think you can today with a lot of virtual communication going on, you can always have a spotlight shining on you. Use your Zoom, use your favorite app to take a picture of yourself, edit it, and then you have it. All right. So it's not difficult to settle your profile picture. The second thing I want you to remember is that when you edit your LinkedIn profile, you have this thing called the headline. Now, guys, listen carefully. Headlines in LinkedIn is almost like a tagline for a brand. Now, I know how many of you from Malaysia. Now, can I ask you, AirAsia, what is the airline's tagline for AirAsia? Can anyone, any Malaysian friends today tell me, what is the tagline of AirAsia? Yes, now everyone can fly. You see how powerful it is? Not before, not after, but now. Because of me, now everyone can fly. Now, so what about you? If you are a brand today, what will your tagline be? Tagline is not your job. Tagline is the reason why you are doing what you're doing. It's your motivation, it's your drive, it's your vision, it's your mission to be in this line. How are you serving your customers? It's very important. So I know a lot of you will be struggling, so I give you some suggestion. All right. Number one is make sure that it's tailored to your target audience. All right. So don't brag. All right. Your past achievement means nothing. You need to use the language of your user, and you must be able to include your value proposition. So I'm going to give you some examples. Some examples are very simple to follow. Look at this guy. He is an enterprise software solution executive helping retailers find better performance, productivity, and profitability. All right. Okay. Now, here's another one. His value proposition is helping smart managers keep their employees engaged and productive. Simple, easy to follow, short and sharp. It's very direct. People know what is the value that you exist. This is the part where after your name and your picture, this is the part that will show why is it that people want to click on a profile? It's because of what they read in the tagline. So don't take it lightly. This is something you need to key in. So I'm going to show you a few more example, and I'll move on to the third one. Okay, leveraging product transparency to create brand value and drive sale. Wow, so powerful, right? Enabling enterprise company to optimize business results through digital experimentation and personalization. Again, very powerful. So guys, at the end of the day, what am I saying? LinkedIn headline is one of the most visible section. It must include your core offering to your client. What is the value? What are you helping people to do, and who are you helping? So these two questions are very important. What are you helping people to do, and who are you helping? All right. So the next one is, of course, I want to show you. This is my own headline. Inspiring companies to embrace digital transformation and disruption for the future. Of course, then I put in on my credential. All right. This is my profile, so now you know where to find me. The third thing I want you guys to change is when you have time to change your profile, go to your profile using a desktop, go and edit your public profile. Now, I believe that 90% of you right now, your profile, it's ending with a lot of numbers. It's a lot of random numbers given by LinkedIn. Now, this is no good. Can you change it to your name? And if your name has been taken up, try adding in your company name behind or your industry behind, maybe dash insurance, dash GI, or whatever it is. Make it unique. Change the URL to make you look like a pro. Why is that important? It is very important because that URL, you can place it in the following places. So you can put it on Facebook, tell all your Facebook friends, hey, look, I'm on LinkedIn, please come and add me. You have not added. If you have Instagram, put it on your Instagram bio. Twitter, put on your Twitter link. And of course, put it in your Gmail signature. If your company compliance is okay with it, you can put it in your email signature. Put it on your WhatsApp. Send it to all your friends and tell them to add you. and send it to all your client. Definitely make your client know where to find you today. That is very important. Make sure that the link look professional. If it's in numbers, it look very amateurish. All right. Next one. Oh, this is a very important part. Your LinkedIn summary is what LinkedIn call about. So if you edit your profile, there is a big box that call about. It's about your summary. Now this summary is like your CV cover letter. Now what's the difference between a cover letter and a CV? Okay, a CV cover letter is just like the book preface. You know, before you start reading a book, there is a part called preface. Preface is written by the author. It's about telling you, the readers, what do you expect from reading the book. So, ladies and gentlemen, LinkedIn summary is what you tell people what to expect from your CV. It's about your story. This is the most important part on LinkedIn that you're going to tell your personal branding. Personal branding is so important. How you introduce yourself, what values you're going to provide for your client is very important. So I want to share this with you. So I have many templates and you can look at it. I'm not going to go through the first 5. I only want to talk about the last one. So you can, when you have time, you can try to write down all your mission. Your mission. And of course, you can do your personality. You can write about your, you can actually have a short and sweet one. You can have a blended one. You can have an accomplishment one, but this is what I want you to do. I want you to write a storytelling summary. I want to give you this structure. And everybody, you got to take notes right now. This is the slide. You got to take a picture and save it. Why? Because this is a part where I give you the simplest form. You don't have to think at all. Write about 150 to 160 words. Why? Can anyone tell me why I encourage 160 words? Anyone? If you can type in here, type me. Why is it 160 words? Because internet reading of 1 minute, it's 160 words, not 160 characters. When you read something in 1 minute, you are reading 160 words. When you speak, it's also the same thing. So people only give you 1 minute to talk about yourself at most. So you got to make the best out of it and not too long-winded. But in this 160 words, I want you to divide into 3 parts. So what are these 3 parts? Listen very carefully. The first part is what I call the self-intro. It's talking about who you are, your personality, your character, your values, and your work ethics. It's very important to let people know who you really are. A lot of CV I can see is always talking about this. I am a senior digital marketing manager for 16 years in whatever industry. Now, nobody cares what you do. You know why? Because people first want to know, how do you conduct your business? How do you go about your professional life? So the first paragraph, the first part of 50 words is really about telling you or telling the people who you really are. So self-intro is very important. Not what you do, but who you are. Now is a good time to think about 3 to 5 words about yourself and write a story about it. Think about 3 to 5 words that best describe who you really are and how you conduct your business, and write a story about it. The second part is really about what? What do you do? What is your current role? Who do you serve? And who are they? This is very important. So a role is bigger than a job. A job is bigger than a task. So the hierarchy goes like this. You have many tasks to fulfill a job, but your role has different jobs. So what kind of role? What are you serving your clients with? How do you see yourself? What is your role in the client relationship? So this is something that you have to think very carefully. This is your brand. If you are writing all the operative stuff, you compile this, you file a claim, you do this presentation, that is not really about role. What do you see yourself? You are so precious. You are not doing a job after job after a job. You have a certain role. So what do you see your role as to serve your client? Are you their wealth protector? Are you their business consultant? Are you their Are you their business coach? So some of you are, right? Some of you are very close to your client. So the way you see yourself affects the way you do your business. The last part, it's you have to answer the question, why am I so unique? It's about people reading it and ask themselves, why should I work with you? Why should I work with this guy? It's about telling your X factor. So there are many X factors. You can say maybe you're like me. You spend 3 years in many industry. You bring across diverse experience, or maybe you spend 10 years in North Asia. You know their culture very well, or you have extensive contact with the media because you used to work in the media. It can be anything that will add value to your professional life today ought to be inside here. And the last thing is tell people how can you be contacted. All right. So under you can put your Gmail, you can put your phone number. When people click on your contact info on LinkedIn, they should be able to get to you very fast. So remember, this is very important to write, and I'm going to show you one of my friend in the industry. He is a financial service director. All right, I won't say which company. All right, look at his summary. This is how he writes. All right, and by the way, he once won the Digital Agency Leader of the Year award. So I suggest that you do a search on people in your industry to check out their profile, how they write. Maybe you'll learn a lot of things. All right, I move on. So for social portfolio, what is social portfolio? Social portfolios are internet references links to prove that you have done something before. So let's say you do a lot of training in your own company. Now, where are all the slides? Is it on SlideShare, for example? If you have done some marketing for your company, where are the videos? Are they on YouTube? So these are the places that you gather a lot of these links and value add onto your summary, onto your about. They will allow you, LinkedIn allows you to upload all the links. Okay? Upload all the links. Once they are all filled up, that means to say you are really walking the talk. You prove that you have done this because you can show it. So at the end of the day, make sure they Google your name. Make sure that any achievement they have done before, it's somewhere on the internet. And if you have video, please download and upload to your own YouTube account. All right, because don't depend on the old link, because when your old company has an update on website, that info may be gone. So you want to make sure that it's in a place that you can control and you can always show it. It's always live. All right. So the next thing I'll talk about is your skill sets. Now, skills on LinkedIn, it's about the things you can do much better than the rest. So LinkedIn divided by industry skills, top skills, and other skills. Now, industry skill. So let me ask you, right now you can type in up in the in the chat box. If I would ask you today, what is your skill sets as a producer? What are your core skills essential to the industry? What would that be? Okay, anyone tell me? There's no right or wrong answer. You can tell me. What will some of your core skills be that you must have? You must have in order to serve your client well. If you don't have that, all right, you must not be in the industry. What are some of the very essential skills? Okay, so far only Susan. All right, so far only Susan, Winnie. Yeah, you must have product knowledge. You must have soft skill. You must have listening skill. You must have what? Counseling skill. You must have consultancy skill. You must have business acumen. All these are important. Okay, but LinkedIn wants to know the more detail you have, the better. So I'm going to give you some example. Look at this. So this is mine. So for me, I want to just ensure that these are my skills that my client would like to know that I can possess. Whenever they hire me, I put it here. The rest are not so essential. I put it here. So people, I want you to now think about the skill set. You don't have to tell me now, but I want you to write down some notes that you can tell yourself that you can remember to write down and update your LinkedIn and move them around so that you rank the most popular skill on top for people to endorse you. So endorsement is really a short note to say somebody thinks that you're good in, for example, stand-up presentation, or you're good in channel sales, whatever it is. If they say you're highly skilled, their face, their image will be on your skill set. So I want to challenge you guys, the top skill that you have, at least the first one, make sure that you have 99 people endorsing you. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of these examples that you can use. You won't be able to use all, but I want to show you some example. Okay, so these are the 5 skills that's very important for any successful PMBTs. If you have analytical skill, these skills are important. All right, you may have it because some of you may consulted in the past. How about this? If you're in communication, are you good in digital storytelling? Like last week, I was teaching you guys about storyboarding, about using AI to generate video. So if you can create video, if you can do post-production, why not? That's a skill. Everything can be a skill if it helps you. All right. So if in management, then these are the skill set you must have. So are you good in this? So of course you can't key in the whole list. But what I'm saying is choose the best. By the way, LinkedIn only allows you the top 25 skills to be listed. All right. If you're doing marketing, these are some of the things that you must be able to do. So I'm not saying you must put all, but what are some of them that you can absolutely think that you can do better than the rest? You must have it. So guys, I hope you understand skills. It's very important. It's for people to endorse you. So have as many skills as possible. This is very important. Your work experience is not just how long you stay in one company and your appointment. Now, I know a lot of you will make this mistake. You either have nothing on the description or you have a long list of JD. You know what JD? Job description. So these two are actually wrong. You shouldn't have nothing. You shouldn't have the whole list. What do you put inside? So I want to submit to you that this is what you need to do. You need to write your work achievement. Work achievement in every work experience that you have. So I don't know how many companies have you worked for before, including this one. But achievement statement is very important. Write as if a headhunter is going to headhunt you to somewhere else. It is a fact. You can't be writing down the things you do because the world don't reward doer. The world only reward achiever. So how do you write an achievement statement? I have some example for you. I give you some basic guideline. Did you save the company any money? If yes, how much? Did you reach your goal, your sales goal? If yes, by how much and what is the time period? Right? Did you grow your team? If yes, from how many to how many within what period of time? Did you create any SOP that is still being used today? Right? So I'm asking you all these questions because I want you to now be able to write something like this. Look at this. The top left-hand corner, it's written by a customer service staff. He says he can maintain 97 satisfaction rating over 24 months period as a customer care rep. That's amazing, right? Now, you look at the one on the right side. Exceeded retail sales goal by the average of 70% every quarter in 2016. How about the one just below it? It's written by a HR person. He raised employee retention rate. That means 15%. Okay, he raised the retention rate usually very high, but he raised it. He can keep the staff over 5 years by implementing a tiered interview system and organize a minimum of 2 teams outing per quarter. These are all his achievements. Now, guys, I want to ask you. You don't have to write many, but you just have to write 1 or 2 that make you stand out, because it's very, very important. So look at this, another friend of mine in this industry, and this is how he write his achievement. Okay, it can be simple, it can be elaborate. But make sure if you can put in numbers, how many people, all right, how big is the sales, how many clients you have, how fast you do, is it 6 months, is it 3 months, is it 1 year? These are all important in your work achievement statement. Okay, so I hope you enjoy myself. Now, the next thing is if you have honor, you have an award, you can key in on LinkedIn. It's very easy. Go to achievement, you can key in. Make sure you have your award name, who gave it to you, the year of the award, and write down 50 words about the award. If you don't write down, nobody will. So if it is Rookie of the Year, just write down what is it, what is the criteria for winning that award is the place that you key in your description for the award itself. Okay, so how many languages do you know? Write down, is it full proficiency? By the way, LinkedIn considered Cantonese a language. All right, so that's good. If you have done any project, any CSR project, any corporate social responsibility project, you can put it down there. So this is a place that you communicate what you do and promote yourself in a humble way. This is the place that people get to know the real you. People get to know the professional you. If you have been volunteering in many places, write down. If you have been volunteering in some NGO, some opposition party, some BWO, doesn't matter. You can put it down here. All right. So I've covered the first part. The next three is very short. Now I want to tell you now how to find the right people. You're all here for that. So the first part is make sure your house is in order, your personal branding is all in place. You are ready to meet people. Now you find other people. Number one thing you need to do is make sure that you find all the people in your phone list, in your email list, and the name card you kept. Can you do this by tonight? On your phone, open up your email contact list and go through your name card. Make sure everybody, you go and find them on LinkedIn. Make sure you find every customer, every vendor, every ex-colleague, find them all on LinkedIn, including your ex-boss. That is, if you still want to talk to your ex-boss. All right, you can find your ex-boss. The fact of the matter is, the more people you have on your first level connections, the faster you can reach out to more people. So if your first level connection is small, it's 100, 200, 300 people, you're not going to be very effective. If you have more than 500 people for your first level connection, that means your direct connections, it's going to be easier for you to reach out and search for more people. So the first thing I want you to do is to do that, but don't do it now. Do it when you are at home on this afternoon. All right. The next thing is this. Now I cannot demo this, but what a shame. The next time you go back to do events again in networking, on LinkedIn, especially in your mobile phone, that once you're on the app, there is a My Network. So if you look at my slides, you click on My Network, you will find a blue circle, a man. You click on it, you have three things: add, contact, scan QR code, find nearby. Now, on find nearby and make sure your Bluetooth is on, because when that happens, anyone in the same room who do the same thing can see each other live on the page, and then you can start adding each other. You know, sometimes it's frustrating. You want to connect with someone, you forgot the ring name card, right? This is a very good method to quickly collect the leads and follow up later. So the next time we have an event, a seminar, a conference, ensure that you use this method to connect with a lot of people. It's very useful. It's called Find Nearby. And of course, you need to enable Bluetooth to enable your LinkedIn to use Bluetooth, okay? So I want you to do this as well. Go to your search people's column and key in job title that you want to connect with. Key in the industry, maybe oil and gas, all right? It can be manufacturing. Go and look for people in the industry. Go and look for the right title, and there are many combinations. So make sure you key in all the filters every day. Go and activate the filters and look at who are the people you want to potentially connect with. It's very important. So I want to urge you, this is a practice you're going to do it every day. Every day, do it. Every day, try to add 2 person two people onto your network. Within 1 year, you have 500 people. It's not that difficult. So this is the goal: 2 a day, 11 a week, 42 a month, 500 in a year. It is possible. Once you start doing it in 1 year, and of course you can do it in 3 months. Who knows, right? If you are very, very active, you're very popular, people will start adding you. The trick is now you add people for a start. After you're big active, you don't need to add anyone. People will start to add you because when you are more active, you will be more visible and your score is higher. People can see your signature. So this is another exciting part. I want you guys to know. Have you ever done something great for your client and you think you deserve a testimonial, but he didn't write for you, or he just sent you an email and you're filing it on your hard drive, only you can see? So today, LinkedIn allows you to display that. So this is how you do it. I want you to go and find a person that you want to ask a recommendation from. That means testimonial. On LinkedIn, we don't call it testimonial, we call it recommendation. So you click on a person's profile. All right. Later on, I can show you at the end of this webinar. All right. If you stay back, I will show you everything. And ask for a recommendation. Now, the chances are when you just ask like that, this person may take donkey years to get back to you because he may not know how to write. Sometimes people are like that, their mind are blank. So to help them, to help you, I have these 4 questions. Always copy and paste these questions onto your request so that when you send over the request, when he receive it, he answer everyone and he can write you a short and sharp recommendation. So the first one is, how do you know me? Second, what did I do for you? How did I serve you? Number 3, how do you feel about my performance or my service? Number 4, what are 3 things about me that you like to recommend me for? Now that is a simple way to ask for a recommendation, and the more testimonials you have from client, the better. So remember, now go and find a client, connect to your client, and then start asking for a testimonial. Start beautifying your LinkedIn profile so that you will become a key person of influence. Only when you have a lot of testimonial that people will give your profile a second look. So this one definitely you got to do it. So a lot of people ask me, how many testimonials should I be getting for every single job? Okay, the answer is 3. 3 to 5 will be good. All right. Okay. So the next one, the last 2, is about how do you engage your connections after you're connected. I'm sure you want to constantly keep the update of updating your industry now. Don't tell them your offer. Don't tell them your promotion. Don't tell them your event all the time. You must give value. And I'm going to explain to you what is value. Next week's seminar is really about creating valuable content that people want to follow and engage with you. But today, I want to focus on LinkedIn. How do you engage people meaningfully that people always see your feed first and they comment? This is the thing. Number 1, you got to learn how to post. Posting is updating your professional life on LinkedIn. It's like your Facebook, your Instagram. You do it almost every day, but on LinkedIn, you also got to do it almost every day. But you don't need to do it every day. Maybe you do it every alternate day. All right, will be good enough. I do it every day. I try to. Okay, if I have something meaningful to share, I share. I don't just do a post for the sake of doing a post. So I want you to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I have a summary of what I have discussed until now. All right. Okay. Forget about the hashtag MBIS. Okay. LinkedIn. I want you to do this. I want you to just take a picture of this and share it on your LinkedIn. Or you can take a picture of anything in this presentation and share it on your LinkedIn. But make sure you say something about why are you sharing this. I want you today to do the first post. If you don't have, just do a simple test exercise. That's why I say you got to bring a mobile phone. Use your phone, take a picture of a screen and share on your LinkedIn profile for the first time. But you got to tell people something about this, something about why are you posting this. This is the value you're going to share to your customer. It doesn't have to be GI all the time. it can be anything that increase people's productivity. So it's very important that you understand this is part and parcel of building relationship. All right, that you got to do meaningful posts to others. Look at this. I just compiled this. I searched for the hashtag general insurance, and this is what I found. This person created a poll, all right, a short survey. It's very interesting. And he got 36 votes. All right, he can see who voted for what. So this is something that he wants to get a response from people. So the more people respond to him, the more chances are his profile will be seen by a lot of people. So when people comment on your post, their friends get to see it, believe it or not. So it's very important that you start to learn how to be a thought leader to post things on LinkedIn, because only 1% on LinkedIn are creators. The rest, 9% are just contributors. They tag along, they like some posts, they comment a little bit, they share a little bit, but they don't create. 90% don't even do anything. They just see what other people are doing. So don't be the 90%, be the top 1%, because only a top 1% are very successful. So LinkedIn is the fastest way to go global, fastest way to go regional, fastest way to let people still be connected to you even though you can't meet people so much on a one-to-one basis. So what this is a very important slide. What to share? Content from Chubb insurance website, of course. All right. And you got to choose something that your audience, your network are very interested. You got to know who really follow you. Industry events, seminars, networking, all right, maybe some infographics, maybe some career angle story, anything that develops a person. It will be a content that people likes to have, to see, to engage on LinkedIn itself. So right now, for LinkedIn, these are the things that are very important. So I want to challenge all of you to write an article, all right? And then later on, you'll know why I share this. I want you to consider, last week I talked about writing an article. This week, you really got to write an article for LinkedIn. Write about something that you know very well, something that you do very often, something that you always want your client to know. Maybe it's an FAQ that you always want to answer someone. All right, you have to answer that. There's someone. Write it in an article. And these are the few things I want you to know. Number one, make sure the title is interesting. Make sure it's within 400 to 600 words. Have one picture for the cover, and that's it. Put down the pointers and then save it. All right. If you would like to have some inspiration, go and visit Chubb Insurance webpage and you will get everything. Next week we can talk more about this, but it's very important to write article. So, last one is about relationship. I want you to follow hashtags. Hashtags is internet way of indexing conversation. Hashtags are ways to anchor a topic that you know who is talking about what. So the magic about this is when you follow a certain hashtag, whenever someone posts something using that hashtag, it comes out on your feed regardless whether you know the person or not. All right. So just now I follow general insurance hashtag, and that person's feed come out. I don't know him. He's my second level connections, but I saw what he posts. So you yourself, you got to follow certain hashtags. All right, in order to be effective, to know what is going on in your marketplace, what is going on in industry. And of course, how do you build relationship is really when you organize an event, please have that event on LinkedIn and start inviting your connections. I often do this, and people who are connected to me on that topic itself, whenever I update them on events, they know. So if I 141 people interested in one event, that event is always there, so that I form a mini tribe, so that people only interested in topic will be linked to me. So I'm coming to the end. These are the few things you need to do. Join in groups, although it's not so exciting now, but join those groups that will help you in your product knowledge, in your networking. Last one, celebrate the success of others. If you see other people having birthday, promotion, change of job, and so on, or even job anniversary, go and celebrate them. click on their profile, and LinkedIn give you a lot of canned messages. You just click, choose, and send. It's so simple. When they wish you, your reply can also be canned. LinkedIn make it so simple, and sometimes I don't understand why people don't do it. I do it very often. So guys, this is the challenge. I want you guys to listen to this carefully. Chubb has asked me to announce that if you follow Chubb's insurance page, that's number one, follow, you must go to LinkedIn and follow their main page. It has 400,000 followers. The next thing you need to do is to write a post, write an article, minimum 200 words. Very easy, right? 200 words. All right. You can either write a short post or an article, but make sure you hashtag Chubb ITP. So maybe I think Jeanette, please write down your hashtag. All right, so that people will know. The minute you do these two, you have followed the page, you have written a post, hashtag Chubb ITP. Please send that link or the post to me. Once I see you send to me, I will send the book to you, all through LinkedIn messaging. So it's very simple. I'll monitor that. All right. So that part is important. Follow the page. Write a post of 200 words. Anything about your industry, but make sure you hashtag Chubb ITP, and you send the link to me. I'll send you the book immediately. Now there is also another competition. The post that gets the most likes, at least 50 and above, can stand to qualify to win latest iPad mini. Okay, so
Not likes, I think we have to celebrate love, insightful, curious. So it's really all the reactions that is on LinkedIn, as long as they're minimum to qualify, and we're looking for the highest one.
yeah, so you can be insightful, you can be caring, you can be liking, can be loving, anything at all. As long as you have 50 engagement emoji, you will win. Oh no, you stand to win. So if you have 50 and the next guy is 60 and the next guy is 70, the 70 guy will win. So you have exactly 1 month, all right, to get all your friends to like it. I don't care what you do, you can PM your friend, hey friend, please help me, I want to win this iPad. Please come to my post and like it. Also can. I tell you what's the best way. After you posted it, copy the link and send it to all your friends, send it on your WhatsApp. Make sure everybody knows it. Everybody can go and they engage with it. Now, also, if they can comment on your post, it's even better. So this is the LinkedIn challenge. My part is, as long as you do the basic, you get a book from me, PDF. All right. Don't worry, all this recording you'll be done on Google Classroom. You'll have it, your email, you know what to download. All right. You don't have to worry. Don't afraid. Chubb is very good. Chubb is one of the best company I work with. All right. Okay. So if you miss something, there's always a slide, there's always video, there's always infographics you can actually follow. It's just like a course, It's just like a mini MBA. Now we are right in the middle of a mini MBA, right? We have 6 webinar series. This is the third one. So please, if you want to win the iPad mini, you got to work hard. Make sure that everybody knows what you're doing. Next one.
And just if I can share, Andrew, I think all of us should start following the hashtag Chubb IDP to see what your fellow participants are posting. I think that will help us to kind of support each other to do better for the challenge.
Yeah. So in future, all the challenge, we will have it on Chubb ITP. So I think you should follow this hashtag right now on LinkedIn. Search for hashtag CHUBBIDP. Follow this hashtag. You will know who is posting what, and you also know your competition. So guys, this is the best way to win. And once you get a hang of it, you will love it. You will start doing it. So I wish you all the best. And the minute after this seminar, you can send me the link and I will send you the book. All right. So is there any Q&A right now? I'm going to answer the Q&A. Wow, we got lots of Q&A.
We have about 11 questions up on the Q&A box.
Okay, so Jeanette, I can't see the Q&A box.
I can ask you.
Yeah, so can you read out for me?
Sure. I think first one was Barbara asking on the music. I think that's quite important.
Music?
How do you get music to sound so good?
You mean just now?
Yeah, when you enter into the room, there's music.
Okay, so I actually play Spotify and I share sound from my computer. So if you don't activate that, then your speaker gotta be loud, and the sound that goes back to the mic will be very muffled. So the best way to share sound. So if you have a Zoom meeting and you are the host, you want to be there early. Uh, you want to play some music for your friends, for your guests, is always a good way. So why is it so good that I play directly from the PC itself? You go to your Zoom link, you can see click on more, you can see share computer sound. All right. So there's nothing magical about this. So okay, James, my good friend James here has one question: how to attract likes and comment? Now, this is I can give a few tips. Next week I'll talk more, but I can give you three right now. Number one is always start with a personal story. I find that this formula really works. Talk about a personal experience instead of talking a lot about general stuff. All right, it catches your attention. Now, towards the end of a post, you want people to comment, right? You gotta ask them a question. All right, you gotta ask them, what have you learned lately? What is something that encourage you to keep on focusing on your goal? All right, or what is one person that you couldn't get along and you couldn't get your mind off and you're fighting your work? All right, what is it about? So encourage people to comment on your post. Okay, so it's not so much about making them talk to you. It's about having a conversation. Or you can. Some people do this. They like filling the blank, right? If it's teacher, okay, Friday is like put a dash, and then you ask people to comment, fill in the blank. So everyone will fill in the blank. The more they fill in your blank, the more their connection will see you. So I can talk more next week, but these are the three short ones that I can tell you. All right.
Next month. Okay, the next question is LinkedIn has launched stories and newsletter last week in some regions.
Yeah.
What observations about it and what strategies you recommend to utilize it?
I encourage you to do stories on LinkedIn. If you find that you don't have many friends on LinkedIn that are very active, okay, I can tell you even YouTube they have stories. Twitter also have stories. Instagram also have story. Facebook also have story. But who sees your story is very important. I know who usually see my story on Instagram. I know who usually see my stories on Facebook. But I don't really know who sees my story on LinkedIn. So I think first thing first, do what is necessary. Make sure your brand is solid before you do a lot of fanciful engagement stuff. That is why it's also arranged in the same order. We talk about the brand, we talk about finding people, we talk about engagement, and then lastly, we talk about building relationship. So the stories part, yeah, you can use Lumen 5 to do wonderful story in a story format, and then you can post it on your LinkedIn next time, but not now. Right now, follow. Uh, in fact, actually, if your article is good, you get selected by LinkedIn editor. I know of a LinkedIn editor. Every day she go around. She's into business news. She'll go around looking for very very good posts, and she'll compile. She'll compile, and sometimes she will post it as a feed for LinkedIn. So if your article or if your post is part of that announcement, wow, that's boomtown Charlie. Even now, I have not achieved it. Once you're being announced by LinkedIn, everyone will click on your article and start reading. Okay, so you gotta work hard. You gotta be visible. So first thing first, okay. First thing first, please be your brand. Please make sure everything is supposed to be in is in. Next question, please.
In this storytelling, is there any recommendation between speaking the first person or in the third person?
Very good question. Very, very good question. So, if you are introducing yourself verbally, it's always first person. But if it is written on your LinkedIn, it's better to be in the third person. So, if you look at my profile, I say Andrew. I don't say I. Why? Sometimes you get invited all right, to be a panelist. Sometimes you get invited to be a speaker, and people can just copy your LinkedIn profile and introduce you directly because it's written for someone who's going to introduce you. All right, so write in a way that you like to be introduced. Now, that is a trick of writing a story about yourself. Write in a way you would like to be introduced. All right, so write it in a third person's point of view.
Okay. How do I get friends to endorse my skill sets?
Okay, so it used to be that it's easier for people to endorse your skill set. The algorithm has changed in the past. When they open up your profile, your skill set will pop up. Right now, I had to scroll to the part where your skill set, and I will ask myself, Jeanette is good in merger and acquisition. Do I think she's good? Yeah, maybe she's good. Then I endorse her. So right now, when you get more endorsement, it means that people bother to scroll through your profile. Okay, of course, this is where you build a relationship. This is where you look through after you connect through all your friends in your mobile, your email, your name card. Please go to your best 50 customer and text them. Please like my post. Please endorse me at least 3 skill, and please comment something. You must not ask for all one shot. Just tell them honestly, you are part of a challenge. You want to win the iPad mini. Just be honest. People like you for it, and people support you. Then you know how many friends you have. All right, because you know you set up. If this person say I do already, but you don't see his name, you know that he actually didn't do it. All right. So have fun and make sure that for a start, all right, your endorsement is done manually. But after a while, as you get more and more prominent in your score, people can see it very often. They see your feed, they click on your profile. And by the way, you know who click on your profile. All right. Then your score will be, your skill set will be endorsed. So don't worry, that's not the most important. The most important thing is your summary and your tagline. Next question. Thanks.
Okay, we'll take it as the last. I post daily on Facebook and Instagram on my company account, LinkedIn company account. I didn't post as I thought LinkedIn has to be very corporate, professional posts.
Yep.
I also have my LinkedIn account, which I check daily.
Okay.
So do I post my company account to build connection or individual, or do I post on both?
No. When you have a company account, it's about a company page. If you create a company profile, that's the wrong way. Whoever asked that question, if you create your company like a profile, you are doing it wrong. If your company is supposed to be a company page, it looks different from a normal LinkedIn profile. But if you have a company page that posts an update, then use your personal profile to share your company update, which is exactly what I was trying to say. Please follow Chubb Insurance, LinkedIn, company page, and if you have some good updates, please click on share and put in your own input onto your own profile. So the minute you see an update, you like it, you say share, immediately you are asked to key in something. It's like an opener to that content that you're sharing. Be it a video or image or a graphic, doesn't matter. That is how you should do it, and not use the company name to create a company profile. It's wrong. Company don't do profile. Company only do pages. Individual do profile. So I hope you are clear in this. If you're still unclear, message me on LinkedIn. I'll get back to you. So you must find me now. Okay?
Yes, first step. I think we have about 3 of them asking about the editing of the LinkedIn profile URL. So is there a limit to the number of times that we can amend that?
You have no limit, but I suggest that you think carefully what you're going to do before you try. Because unless your name is very unique, your name has been taken up by everyone. All right. So you got to think of something very, very unique so that you just have one time and that's it. Anyway, if it's taken up, but you won't be able to say safe. So you only can do it once. So you do it once, and if they accept it, don't change it, because if we change it, chances are that something else will be taken by other people as well. All right. So more question later. I think it's 12 o'clock. So this is the code for the next webinar. All right.
Mm.
Take your mobile phone, scan the code. All right. It's going to be exactly a month from now, 11 to 12. Curating good contents on social media for lead generation. Very important. Okay.
So this special teaser for all of you here. It has not been sent out via email yet. For joining us today, you get an exclusive preview of the next invitation for our webinar 4.
Yeah.
And we'll also be revealing the winner of the iPad mini on our webinar 4. So be sure to join us on the next webinar on the 28th of August.
Yes, so 20 August, please come. And today, if you like this webinar, please kindly give me feedback. And give the organizer feedback. We all need your feedback to do better. And this is my personal guarantee to you. If you are connected to me on LinkedIn, please do whatever you need, and you can send me a text and ask me to give you a comment. To check out whether your profile is done nicely, whether your post is right, what the hashtag to add. I will do it for you. That is only if you message me on LinkedIn. This is my offer to all of you who are in my seminar. Anyway, I know who you are. All right. So I want to help you to do better, not just to win iPad. Whether you win iPad or not, it shouldn't be a priority. The priority is make sure your personal branding is up there, better than your competitor. There are lots of competitors out there. Technically, everybody who are in this seminar is a competitor, right? So it's up to you how hungry you are. And I am willing to be a coach because I'll be here for another 3 months. So we are already building a friendship. All right. A lot of you has been seeing me for a few times now. Now, if you I'm going to give you 3 minutes to scan this code, and I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to go to your Google Classroom to show you exactly how it's done. So don't go away. All right, give me a few more minutes. I give you 2 minutes to finish this part. Okay, I'm sure you get feedback, and this is the next webinar. All right, so this is another link. You can sign up immediately. Just key in your name, your country, your code, and that's it. And then I will show you how to go to your Google Classroom. Okay, in exactly 2 minutes. Yeah, Cindy, don't worry. I'm showing you right now. Okay, those of you who cannot and so on, I will actually do it. And don't worry, if you cannot scan the QR code for the feedback, tomorrow you get an email. All the links are there. Feedback link, next sign up link, everything is there. All right. You were getting it even before the announcement is made, so you get the first row. All right.
Plus the slides and the webinar recording for today as well.
Yeah, and also infographics as well. I have already prepared. I'll be giving to Jeanette. I think we'll upload it maybe in about 7 to 10 days time. Okay, so I'm going to stop share now, and I'm going to go to my Google.
Yeah. So while Andrew is showing us the Google Classroom, I also want to share with you that we have prepared a one-page summary of the key highlights of every webinar posted in the Google Classroom. So if you are not able to absorb everything that we shared in the last 1 hour, you can refer to the one-page infographic to really get the gist of what's the important takeaway points that can apply right away after the webinar.
Okay.
Andrew?
So let me show you what this classroom looks like. So I have many topics. All right. I have webinar recap, digital marketing, social media marketing, article writing templates. I have LinkedIn, I have feedback, and so on. Now, you look at webinar 1. The slides are here. The replay link is here. So you want to see me in action again, you can click and sign up for this link. You watch me all over again. And I have infographics done beautifully by the team. Look at this. Where on earth will you get so much different content for one topic itself? So webinar 1 has 3 topics. Webinar 2 has 3 slides, video, infographic. I already upload my slides, so just to prove to you, you see, this is exactly what you see today. All right, it's all here. So very soon you will see the video and you'll see the infographics. Now, I want to show you how do you add. This is the place. So you must go to Google Classroom and key in this. Go to Google Classroom. Go to your Google account, click on the 9 dots, the 9 fishbowl, click on it, scroll down. look for classroom. It's a green icon app. Click on it. Then say join a class, and you'll be asked to key in a class code. This is the one. LMLTS4S. You'll be getting into Chubb Insurance Digital Marketing. This is the one. Right now, I want to show you how many people have joined. So before this morning, it was 80. Wow, now 172. Okay, very good. We still got about 78 more seats. So these are the names. Okay, these are names. So if you have a picture, that means you have a Google account. All right. So worst come to worst, you still cannot join. Don't worry. Email me. You have my email. Email me and give me your Gmail account. I add you here. All right. So guys, it's officially over. Now it's 12:11. I'm mindful of the time. If you need to go, you can take a leave. You don't have the link. Oh, you want to go for next seminar? Okay, sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do it again, okay? Sorry, yeah. I'm gonna show you my link again. All right. This is the next one. Today something funny. I cannot see my Q&A. I seek your kind understanding. I can't see a Q&A. I have to ask Jeanette to help. I will connect to another screen next time. So next webinar, this is the link. Feedback, this is the one. Okay, so feedback, you all have it. 10 more seconds, I'll go back to the next one. All right. So guys, Jeanette will officially leave, and I will still be around. If you have any more questions, you can start to key into the chat. I will help you as much as possible until 12:15 or 12:20. Anyone has any question?
I think I'll just take one here. How far back should testimonials be written? 3 or 5 years, or can be older?
Okay. So testimonial, right? There's no expiry date one. No. 10 years ago, you know that you are still keeping in touch with this client, even though you went on to another company. But you know that when you request for one, he'll write you one. Why not? You request it. And you know, the idea is really to build a history of testimonial from when you're very junior to now that you're very senior. It's to build a history of consistency that people are endorsing you in a very big way. So testimonial, technically, no expiry date. All right. Is LinkedIn is showing it for the whole world, no? Okay, and you play with it, right? Actually, LinkedIn allows you to export everything onto a CV format, so it's amazing. All right. So SSI. Okay, so somebody want to ask me about SSI, so I'm gonna key in down here. It's at the start of the class. I think you were not here. No problem. All right. LinkedIn.com/sales-SSI. Everybody has one. You don't want to tell me yours if you don't like it. You get a score. That is to tell you, remember the score today. You do what I tell you to do. 2 weeks time, I guarantee you will go up. You go up, and the top number will go down. Okay, big number go up, top number go down. That is how it works. Oh, can I? Okay. So you want my Gmail? Okay, I'll give you Gmail. Okay. I give you my Gmail. You can request for it. That is only if you have a Gmail. If you have a Gmail, if you don't have a Gmail, then I can't help you. I can't add you. All right. Yeah.